See, all the Sikh faith is part and parcel of our life, and is do you want to go out at a younger age? You want to go out with the lads, have a laugh. But other than sports and playing football, etc., in those days, there wasn't much else in common. Other people went on to, from the Gurdwara learning Punjabi, Bhat, Kirtan, classical Kirtan. Then they went on to form folk groups. We were fortunate in the sense that my parents guided me and my eldest brothers guided us to stay focused on the Sikhi side. So the way we were brought up, we used to do Kharkala in the back and Kirtan, and then we would used to Sadavajati, my brother used to play Tolki. Then we used to have, do the Bhat and the Poh, Marasukasan. It just brought us close and close to Sikhi. Generations today as well, everybody complains that we don't understand Punjabi. I mean, my first language wasn't Punjabi because we mainly spoke English at school. The TV and the social media was all actually in English. But regularly, routinely listening to Divans, being at the Gurdwara, resulted in us picking up on the education and learning about our background and really sifting out, the truth from the myth. And both myself and my brother, my younger brother, we took a mother out of our own accord, was for school. But what happened was people thought, hey, is this a guarantee forcing you to do this? And we had to really reassure our sort of peer group that no, it's our personal choice. That followed through as part of parcel of life. When we went to university, we got involved with the Sikh societies. We got involved with the Punjabi society. So I was fortunate to, just like my brother, I went to Cardiff. My brother went to Teesside and then later to Sheffield to do his degree. And so Maharaji's grace, we met Sangat, people from around the UK who gathered at this hub at each university. And I've got friends from Telford, Watford, London, I wouldn't have met them otherwise. And they were also keen inclined. Some are more practicing than others. But they were so proud and, wanted to support society that they led the first conference in the UK from a youth perspective in those days, in the 80s, was held at Cardiff University. And to commemorate the Kalugara, 1984, we held a Kirtan Darbar and a Khand Prasaad. Whereas the local community in Cardiff, for example, they weren't really into that because they had migrated from Africa, mainly Uganda and Kenya, when people were thrown out from those countries. They had a different perspective. So it's like a revolution to, really educate the wider society. And then as students at university, I got involved with the Gurdwara also because they had a student rep at the local Gurdwara. So in Cardiff for 1 year, I was nominated as student rep. And it was those days when the hard hat issue in industry was about. And so whether the engineers were allowed to weather the star and what was the policy. So we contributed towards that. And that then followed through when we finished at university. I want to say we, my brother and I, with the friends, we carried through. And there's an organisation called BOSS, the British Organisation of Sikh Students, and that was already established, but it had faded away. It had become dormant over the years because maybe lack of self-das initiative, and we revived that through collectively through local Nonjawan. It became a national body. As a national body, then we started doing the Sikhi camps for students, anybody, teenagers and older. Annual Sikhi camp, mainly in the summer days. So we're proud to say we played an important part in the Seva there as well. So, like I said, Sikhi is part and parcel of life. And as a result, I'm proud to say my family, my children as well, they also have Surat. They do Kirtan. Even though they don't speak fluent Punjabi, like my parents, their grandparents would prefer, they do part from the Gotke Sahib and Gurmukhi. and they do understand that they're interested in learning what the part means. My son said to me that I want to take on with as soon as possible. I said, when you're ready, because you're at university at the moment. My daughter's inclined the same way, she just for Keaton. So what I want to sort of say is obviously because of the Sangat and being closer to Gurdwara, being engaged with Sikhi, it's rubbed off on the extended family and my children as well. And proud to say, virtually everybody is a Sabar Surut, if not Gorsik.